your application, press 1. If you're calling about public housing, press 2. If you're calling about Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program, the Section 8 waitlist is currently
Come
closed.
on.
If you have previously applied for a Section 8 voucher, go to the resident portal on our website at www.gdpm.org to update your personal information or check the status of your application. If you would like to become a GDPM landlord, press 1 now. If you are a current landlord and need assistance, press 2
Yeah,
now.
for the residents is always
About an
last.
inspection or re-inspection, press 3 now. If you need to speak to your HCV specialist regarding your rent or your recert, press 4 now. If you are calling about porting a voucher, press 4. Wait while I transfer your call. Greater Dayton Premier Management, how can I direct your call?
Yes, I'm returning a call. My name is Donald Faulkner. Someone called while I was outside.
Leave a message?
Can you put me through to Miss Crawford's voicemail?
Just a moment, please.
Thank you. Man, I got granola bar in my teeth. I got, as you can see, I got breakfast cooking again.
Currently, I am away from my desk. Please leave your name, your number, and the time of day you called, and I will return your call. You may also reach me by email. My email address is dcrawford@gdpm.org. Thanks and have a great day. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Miss Crawford, this is Donald Faulkner. Of course, while I was outside, someone from GDPM called and did leave a message. So I'm trying to figure out who that is. You know, I'm not sitting in front of the computer any longer. I went and got tape for these boxes, and I'm disassembling everything in my house. I'm recooking breakfast again because of the nonstop barrage of calls at 8 a.m. this morning. So my breakfast got burnt and cold, so the dog got to eat it. But anyways, that's the reason for my call.
You have reached the office of Greater Dayton Premier Management, located at 400 Wayne Avenue in Ohio. Wait while I transfer your call. Sorry, Mary Jo Heath is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound.
No, I'm not answering the phone. This is Donald Faulkner. I just called. Somebody called from Greater Dayton Premier Management, but they didn't leave a message, and I'm expecting an important phone call from several people there. So I'm trying to figure out who that was. So I guess I'll keep calling back so I can figure this out. Thank you. This is showing you, I'm not exactly.
The office of Greater Dayton Premier Management, located at 400 Wayne Avenue in Dayton, Ohio. The office is open to the public from 8 a.m. to 4:45 p.m.
You gotta go through this automated system
If you
stuff,
would like additional information about our agency and the programs we offer, visit our
the time that they have wasted and caused me to waste when I've got really important shit I need to do. Excuse my language.
To the following options. To check on the status of your application, press 1. If you're calling about public housing, press 2. If you're calling about Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program, press. The Section 8 wait list is currently closed. If you have previously applied for a Section 8 voucher, go to the resident portal on our website at www.gdpm.org to update your personal information or check the status of your application. If you would like to become a GDPM landlord, press 1 now. If you are a current landlord and need assistance, press 2 now. If you are calling about an inspection or re-inspection, press 3 now.
Don't do that,
You need to speak to your
because you'll get a
specialist
pile of
in your
dog doo you can't get out of.
press 4 now. If you are
I didn't even hear that.
If your last name begins with A, U, V, W, X, Y, or Z, press 1. If your last name begins with B or C, press 2. If your last name begins with D, E, F, E, or... Wait while I transfer your call.
I have to record these people because they can't be trusted. They've proven that a couple thousand times. That's a little exaggeration, but
Housing Choice Vouchers Apartment, Carrie Muhammad. I'm away from my desk at this time. You can send me an email. My email address is cmuhammad@gdpm.org.
hopefully these things do their job.
Thank you so much. I'll be right back with you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
This is Donald Faulkner, and someone from Greater Dayton Premier Management called while I was outside. I was moving some stuff outside. I'm packing up my stuff, and I had to get tape and walk the dog. And of course, the important phone calls that I'm waiting for only happen when I'm outside. That's typical, luck or whatever it is. But anyways, if you could, try to figure out who called and didn't leave a message. Thank you. Here we go again. I've got to.
I did not recognize that as a valid entry.
It's the same number I just.
Reach the office of Greater Dayton Premier Management, located at 400 Wayne Avenue in Dayton, Ohio.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Greater Dayton Premier Management, how can I direct your call?
Annie Roper, please.
Just a moment, please. Housing Choice Voucher Department, how can I help you?
Yes, I'm trying to find out who called my number and didn't leave a message. My name is Donald Faulkner. I'm expecting a couple of important phone calls from your organization.
Yes, sir. We did, your packet expires like 3/5. Have you been looking for a place?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for a perfect place, aren't you?
No, I'm not looking for a perfect place. I'm looking for any place. Right now, I'm about 3 days from I'm 3 days from eviction hearing. So.
Okay, hold 1 moment. Okay, so have you been looking for a place?
Yes, I have. What do you mean by a perfect place?
No, I mean, it should be nice for you.
Well, I mean, the referrals that I'm getting, I mean, HUD-VASH made me drive all the way out to the hospital, the VA hospital, to get a list that had no phone numbers on it, it had no pet information, and no emails. And one of the referrals is apartment complex that just stole $70 for a background check that didn't even perform. You know,
Did they rip you off?
yes, I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just keep looking, and then when you turn in your RTA packet, I'll process it immediately.
So are you the one that called?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's all I was trying to figure out because you didn't leave a message. So.
Okay, thank you.
Y'all think I'm exaggerating about these people? And that perfect house, remember what I said about these people doing this on purpose? They're trying to set me up to say that I'm not even looking for a house. I'm posting videos on YouTube and stuff, you know, when they've got me sitting in this chair, okay? I gotta wait on these phone calls and see what happens when I leave. This is perfect that this happened this way because this illustrates exactly what I've been saying all along. You know, if I don't, you know, my packet expires in 3 months. So she's calling about that. Yeah. Almost 4 months in advance, you know, for whatever reason. I don't know. But it sure seems suspicious, you know, especially, you know, I catch every detail, you know. I understand communication, I understand grammar, semantics, and I've studied all kinds of things, voice intonation, facial expression, body language. You know, I'm a human lie detector, you know, and I'm not perfect, you know, and I do, you know, a lot of that stuff is on assumptions, you know, but when you have a track record for someone, the assumptions are usually correct, you know. But anyways, there we go. Another video for the archive going on YouTube while I eat my breakfast if I haven't burned it again. Well, breakfast is burnt again, so it looks like granola bar and a peanut butter sandwich for breakfast. Breakfast of champions. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm going to continue to pack up my belongings and record and see if it picks it up. Anyways, it's like 11 o'clock and I still haven't heard from Miss Crawford down at the Greater Dayton Premier Management. So it's looking more and more like my assumption was incorrect. My initial feelings I had about are fading. So anyways, I hope I'm wrong, you know. I'm usually a pretty good judge of character, but you know, even though all my I mean I wouldn't be surprised if her and the CEO that she mentions in our phone call, or yeah, or no, in an email, that her and the CEO is a former prosecutor. So even though they've got my financial information and all that stuff, it wouldn't surprise me at all if they were putting together some kind of stuff to have me arrested or something. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if the police showed up here to arrest me on some trumped up crap so they could just take all my stuff, throw me in jail. And, you know, I mean, that may sound crazy, but it surely is. What's the word they like to use? It's plausible. Oh, that's Becky and Rod that say that stuff. So anyways, I gotta go out here and get a drill bit for the guns so I can take all this stuff apart. I'll be back. One of the collateral problems when this continually happens all the time is shit scattered everywhere. So yeah, it kind of drags things out when you gotta go search for stuff. And then when I, you know, when I get all this stuff packed up and stored somewhere, you know, somewhere will be in storage. You know, that's how much stuff gets damaged and lost and everything, because I gotta go searching for it, you know. Yeah. I took an oath when I joined the military. And for all the right reasons, you know. I didn't want to. Come on, man. All right, here we go. So, this will go in storage. I'm going to close it for now. You know, I've helped all these veterans out and all of these residents that have ever been here. I mean, I've done everything for them, you know, and now they're all hiding in their apartment because they're ashamed, and they should be ashamed that they're, you know, they have, you know, evidence and stuff that would stop a lot of this, you know. So, and there's a veteran here. He uses a fake name because he has a warrant and stuff. And you know, I've been friendly with the guy. You know, and he was outside, and he was an eyewitness to Becky and Rod, the landlord, threatening me and threatening to have me put in jail if I called the police on him for stealing my shed and stuff. And he was an eyewitness to all that. So he keeps saying how he's the only one on my side. I'm the only one on your side, you know. And so yesterday, anyways, he comes over. He been saying he's going to quit drinking for months now, you know. And a little while back, I had to. I sent Kerry Coons, Hunt Bash coordinator over there to do a wellness check on him because he has said, I mean, ever since I've known him, he said that he doesn't care about living and all that stuff, and, you know, and he's ready to die and all that shit, you know, and you know, and he had not come out of the house. The lights hadn't been on, no noise, no nothing for about 30 hours, you know, and I was genuinely concerned for him. So, and I told her all about this. See and this is one of the times I noticed the cover your ass mode of these criminals. so Carrie goes over and does a wellness check, and they do it to me with me all the time. Give you this form that you fill out so you can check off all the, are you suicidal and all that stuff. And that way they've got the paperwork, so they did their job. She didn't really do her job, because the kids got mental issues, and I've told Carrie for over a year now that Rod and Becky, the former police officers that are landlords here, they've known that Jamie, or whatever his real name is, has outstanding warrants. And so fast forward to the other day, yesterday, I went down there and was sitting there talking to him. He's drinking beer at 8 in the morning and already drunk. I mean, he's a kid, he's 20-some years old. And he's telling me maybe if you weren't so loud and all this stuff, these people would be willing to help you, which is ridiculous. Anyways, I'm the only one on your side. I'm like, okay, so would you be willing to sign an affidavit about Rod and Becky threatening to have me put in jail and backing up the truck aggressively, getting out the bolt cutters and threatening to cut the bolts off, the lock off of my shed that I have a receipt for, and threatening to have me thrown in jail, have me arrested if I call the police while they steal my shit. And he says, no, I can't do that. I've got too much to risk. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, I'm scared of Rod and Becky. They might shoot me. I'm like, I thought you didn't care about living and shit, I'm like, you know what? Hell with you. You're a crybaby, And I said, if you really want to kill yourself, because you sat in my living room and crying and feeling sorry for yourself because you raped your nephew who was underage. You're a pedophile, and that just happened like 4 days ago. You sat right here on my floor crying with a beer in his hand, of course, feeling sorry for himself because he has such guilt over raping his young nephew, So yesterday, when he was out here drunk at 8 in the morning, by early in the evening, he's on a phone call, and you can hear him cussing at his sister and just raging at his sister, and everybody could hear it, And I decided at that moment, if he got in his car, I was going to have the police. I was going to have to call the police because, he can barely stand up, and he has been doing that. He does that all the time. He'll get drunk and need more beer, and he'll go out here and drive up to the convenience store and buy more beer. He's got no driver's license, no insurance, and he's driving this, Volvo up the road, which is like a little tank, So, my children and grandchildren are out there on that road, and your grandchildren and children are out on that road, and you might be the one that gets killed by this suicidal pedophile. So, and none of these people, this kid has been taking therapy, and he's been talking, to these therapists and stuff at the VA, and they all know this. A whole bunch of people know that even live here, so. This video is gonna blow some people's minds, but I'm just telling the truth. I've got no reason to lie. it does me no good to compromise my integrity by lying about other people, you know, so anyways, it is what it is, right? It ain't what it ain't either, so I hate that phrase, because if you're not part of the solution, you are the problem.